welcome back. Today is my final episode, installment, part of my So Jaded Birthstone inspired makeup thing. I can't even think anymore, so we're just gonna get into this. These are the last 3 months: Opal, Yellow, Topaz, and Turquoise. This one's gonna be a little bit different and a little bit crazy. It's been wild around here lately. I haven't been able to film, and we've had doctor's visits, both me and Lincoln, so our schedule for the rest of the year is gonna be be a little crazy, so videos are gonna be a little more sporadic. For this video, I'm not gonna be able to talk through them. I filmed the Opal look weeks ago, so that one I did talk through. I don't know if I'm gonna edit it where I'm just gonna put music to it. We will see. But today's looks, I just sat here on camera and did them, and I probably won't even have time to do a voiceover, so it's just gonna be you watching me put on the makeup to music, but we'll see how I end up being able to edit it. But I did want to get these final 3 looks up for you. This turquoise one, I wanted to have like a gold liner with it, and I didn't have any gold eyeliner, so I used the gold from the Zodiac palette, and you can see it in person. You can't see it very well on camera, so but I do really like this turquoise look. The Opal one didn't turn out like I wanted it to. I think it looks kind of horrible, so I haven't looked at it in weeks, so I don't even remember, but I do remember not liking it, so sorry about that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the 3 looks, and then we will wrap this series up with my final thoughts on the Zodiac palette. The Zodiac! The So Jaded palette. Here are a few pictures of opals. Opals come in many different colors. There's the traditional white opal with like the fiery coming through, and then there are like black opals. So there's black opals, blue opals, but even like the white ones have a lot of blue in them. They've got some blue and some orange coming through. So this is our inspiration, and I'm kind of excited about this. So the opal shade in the So Jaded palette is a pressed glitter, which kind of makes sense just because of all of the different colors that are in opals. So there's the pressed glitter. So obviously I'm not just gonna use glitter on my eyes. I'm gonna use some shadows. So I'm gonna take some of those other color inspirations in consideration. I kind of want to make this one a little bit dramatic, so I may even use some of the onyx on the outer corner of the eye. Yeah, since there's black opals, and then I may put sapphire on my lower lash line. We'll see. Let's zoom in, get into this, and just see where the shadows take us today. reiterate one more time that these are not eye safe, so they don't suggest that you actually use these on your eye. I know they're in an eyeshadow palette, so, but this glitter could scratch your eye, so use with caution. I'm not going to leave this on very long because I'm afraid I'm going to rub my eyes and it'll get down in my eyes, but I don't wear glitter a whole lot, so I wanted to see how this looked. Alright, so there is my Opal look using the So Jaded palette. I'm actually not sure how I feel about this. If I were to do this look again in the future, I would definitely use a black from another palette and would get a matte black that works really well. This one was really kind of chunky and it gets a little patchy as you try to blend it out. So it's not perfect. Don't hate me. Alright guys, so those were my final 3 looks with the So Jaded palette. I am going to insert a picture of all 12 of the looks right here so you can see all the way from January to December. If you have a favorite look out of all of my palettes, let me know in the comments below by either telling me what month or what birthstone. And I think I'm going to stick with Peridot. I think that's still my favorite. It was so unique and I loved it. It surprised me the most. But anyways, I want to talk about the palette just for a second. I think this is a very well done palette. I think she did an amazing job with the color selection. And as far as the ColourPop formula, I think the majority of ColourPop shadows do perform very well. I've had some that do not. The Onyx shade I had to struggle with. I think that was in the Opal one, which you would have seen in this video. But I do know that shadow, I don't like at all. Sapphire works, but you have to work with it. Turquoise actually surprisingly blended pretty well. Let's see, the only shades, have I used everything in this palette? I have used everything except maybe not, yeah, I think I even used that one at one point. So I've used every shade in this palette. I thoroughly approve. I think it's totally worth money and it's definitely one I'm going to keep reaching for. And if I just had one palette, I could have this one palette and do so many things, everything I wanted with it. So I think if you don't have any eyeshadow, this is the one palette I would buy if you want to explore color, that is. There's plenty for neutral looks as well, but this just has so many options and I love it so much. I could do without the pressed glitters. I won't use those again, most likely. I use them for those looks in this video, but I'm not a huge fan of chunky glitter on the eyes. I wish that these two were the diamond formula. If these two were the super shock shadows, that is the thing that I would change about this palette. I think that could have been really, really gorgeous because this diamond shade I want to use on everything. So if they had done those two in those color families instead, I think that would have been what I would have picked. But regardless, I love the palette. So there is the wrap up on the So Jaded palette. That is the wrap up of this series. So alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you want to see future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. Bye! I don't know how I feel about it. I'm sure I will form more of an opinion when I'm watching the footage and I will either hate it and wish I could redid it or I will love it. So we'll see. I have an idea. This may fail, but that's okay. It's just makeup. So I did the Opal look, and that is a wrap up of the